Welcome students. Today we are going to learn chapter 1 of science for standard 6, natural resources. Observe the picture alongside and answer the questions. Where do we see the birds? Where is the cow grazing? Look at the trees and the road. Where does the river come from? How does it flow? Where is the aeroplane? Where are the fish seen? On what is the sailboat floating? You can see that some things in the picture are in water, some on land and some in the sky, that is, in the air. Thus, all things on the earth are associated with air, water, and land. Air, water, and land are called the earth's atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere, respectively. Moreover, different living things occupy these three spheres of the earth. What is a biosphere? These living things and the parts of lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere which they occupy are together called the biosphere. These spheres have formed on the earth naturally. Now, what is an atmosphere? The atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the earth. The surface of the earth comprises of water and land, that is, the hydrosphere and lithosphere. Now, the water occupies 71% of the whole of the earth and land occupies 29%. So, this tells us that the hydrosphere occupies a much larger part than the lithosphere. We also look upon these natural components. What do you mean by natural components? All the things that are available naturally, that is, the things that are available in nature. We look upon these natural components in solid, liquid, and gaseous form as resources. Now, in other words, we use them to fulfill our requirements. That is, we use all these natural things to fulfill our requirements, for our needs, to use it for our daily life. Based on what we have just learned, now let's define what natural resources is. Now, air, water, and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. It means that air, water, and land and all the things that it contains is necessary for all the living things on this earth. So, therefore, air, water, and land and all the things that it contains are called the natural resources. Do you recall, students? What are the 5 layers of the atmosphere? Okay, let's revise it. The layers of the atmosphere are named as the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, and exosphere. We learned that air, water, and land are the natural resources. Now let's understand each of them in detail. The air in the atmosphere around the earth contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, 6 inert gases, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor, and dust particles. The figure alongside shows the different percentages of the gases present in the air. Now, nitrogen is 78%, which is the largest in the air. Then comes the oxygen. Oxygen is 21%. Argon is 0.9%. Carbon dioxide is 0.03%. And other gases, that is the other inert gases and water vapor and dust particles, comprise of 0.07% of all the gases in the air. You can see that air is a mixture of several gases and is the chief constituent of the Earth's atmosphere. Now, what do you mean by chief constituent? Chief constituent means the main constituent of the Earth's atmosphere. Besides these gases, air also contains water vapor and dust particles. We have learnt the various layers of the atmosphere. Now, the amount of gases in the air is the greatest near the surface and it decreases. That is, the amount of gases in the atmosphere decreases as it goes higher and higher from the surface. That is, air becomes rare at higher altitudes. Rare at the higher altitudes means it becomes very less as it goes away from the surface of the earth. We just learned that air comprises of many of these gases. Now let's see why these gases are important or what are the uses of these gases in air. The first one is nitrogen. Now nitrogen helps living things to build the necessary proteins. It is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuffs. Now, you have seen many of your packets which are airtight, like your chips packets and all that. Air cannot go in. So, how do they make it? They use nitrogen for this. Now, the second type of gas is the oxygen. Now, oxygen we all know is necessary for respiration in living things and for combustion. What do you mean by combustion? Combustion means burning of a substance. The third gas is carbon dioxide. Now, plants use it for producing their food and it is also used in fire extinguishers. We have seen the fire extinguishers that are placed in all of the major buildings, in schools, and in hospitals. So, carbon dioxide gas is used in these fire extinguishers. The fourth type of gas is argon. It is used in electric bulbs, the bulbs that we light in our homes, in public places. So, argon gas is used. Then we have the helium gas. Now, helium gas is used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lifts in airships. Okay, airships are our aeroplanes. Now, next is our neon gas. Neon gas is used in decorative lights and the street lighting. You have seen that during Diwali, during festivals, we use all these decorative lights. So, in that, neon gas is present. Krypton gas is used in fluorescent lights. Those fluorescents are those bright, flashy lights that we used as decorations. So, krypton gas is used in that. And then we have the xenon gas. Xenon gas is used in the flash bulbs of our cameras. Some of the cameras, the high powered cameras, they use flashlights. So, in those flashlights, xenon gas is used. We just learned that air comprises of many gases and each of these gases have a fixed proportion. That is, the percentage that it is present in the air is fixed. Now, the living world on the earth is sustained. That is, it can live on this earth due to the balance between various gases and other constituents of the air. Now, all this balance between the various gases means there should be, all these gases should be in their fixed proportion. It should not be more than what is required or less than that is required. Otherwise, we will not be able to, all living things will not be able to live on this earth. Now, the atmosphere is very important filter. Like it filters, it doesn't allow certain things to enter the earth. It allows the light and heat of the sun to reach the earth, which is necessary for life. But it prevents the harmful elements from reaching the earth. It is in the atmosphere that fog, clouds, snow, and rain are produced. What is the similarity in the three pictures below? All the above pictures show large scale emission. What is the emission? Emission means giving out or producing of smoke through different agencies. Now, what are the different agencies that you see in the pictures? We see the chimneys of the factory, we see vehicles giving out smoke and other gases, and here we see the forest fires. So, even the forest fires, when it burns, it gives out harmful gases. Now, this smoke directly mixes with the atmosphere, disturbing the balance between the constituents of air. We have learned that the air comprises of various gases in their fixed constituents, that is, fixed percentage. So, when all these gases go into the air, all the balance of the gases is disturbed. Now, this is called air pollution. Harmful gases are given out through the combustion of fuels. What do you mean by combustion of fuels? That is burning of the fuel that is used in the vehicles, that is petrol, diesel, or natural gas. When it burns, it gives out harmful gases. And in big industries, and also through the incomplete combustion of fuels like wood and coal. As a result, air pollution is increasing day by day. Now, which are the gases that are produced due to the burning of these fuels? Is nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and soot. Let's learn about the ozone layer that is present in our atmosphere. Now, there is a layer of ozone gas in the lower part of the stratosphere. Ozone gas is not directly useful for the survival of living things. That is, it is not directly used by us living organisms, all the living things in this on this earth. Yet, it is very important for living things to have this layer of ozone at the high altitude around the earth. Now, why? Because the ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are very harmful for living things. Now, what this ozone layer does is this ozone gas absorbs, takes these rays into it, and as a result, life on earth is protected, and so we are safe from this, from the harmful rays of the sun. The ozone layer acts like a protective shell. That is, it protects our earth. It is like an umbrella protecting all the living things, all the organisms, all the whole of the earth. It is protecting us. Now, the ozone layer is destroyed if chemicals like carbon tetrachloride or chlorofluorocarbons used in air conditioners and refrigerators mix with the air. Now, to know that, to get the importance of the ozone layer, 16 September is celebrated as Ozone Protection Day all over the world to make everyone aware of the importance of ozone. Now, do you know, children, that in metropolitan cities, that is, big cities like Mumbai, Pune, or Nagpur, big boards are displayed at places of heavy traffic to show the proportion of the various constituents of the air at that place. Now, due to these boards, because of these boards, we can see the amount of harmful elements in the air. Now, these boards are put so that people come to know that what is the harmful effect of all the traffic and all the factories that are there, and what are the harmful effects it is having on human life. So that these boards help people to get aware of it and to reduce pollution as far as possible.